The camera. Excuse me.
Listening to the Sportz Nutz.
Yes, welcome to the Sportz Nutz. This is going to be an absolutely amazing episode. You have us not for the 90 minutes. No, you have us for a whole 2 hours. Oh, we are so excited. Welcome to episode 177, or this is the Christmas special. Yes, as you see this lovely background, our man Shane created it. So beautiful, absolutely stunning. We hope you guys had a absolute fantastic weekend. There's the logo on the side in case you missed it. My man sitting beside me, Matt. What's going on, man? How you doing?
For the first time in all year, you got that right. The first point. That's the first one you got right all year, literally all year.
The way it looks is this is the side that you're on, and that's the side that.
Yeah, think about it for a second. Yeah, but you got it. You got it. Hey, man. Hey. No, man, everything's going good, man. Can't complain. Ready for these holidays to get out of the way because, you can't drive anywhere now, man. Everything's so backed up. So I'm just ready for these holidays to get over with, man. I got the Robux for my daughter. So I got her Robux already ready, man. Y'all need to learn to shop online. Got her Robux ready. She's good to go. So that's it.
Absolutely. Hey, my man sitting over here, though. Pensman, what's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, you're 2 for 2. I'm doing good.
You're so funny.
I am.
Yeah, he's usually shooting Shaq free throw numbers, but today he's on point.
I said, I'm the white Kevin Hart. What do you expect?
Y'all are, there's a reason why Mrs. Pensman calls us the dorks. We all got the dorks.
That's
hey,
right.
And sitting below me here, Shane Owen. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Oh man, as Matt alluded to, traffic. Glad to be out of it. And, down here in Charleston, South Carolina, nice 65 degrees out here on the screening porch. Just having a good old time. So glad to be able to spend time with some family. Got a bunch of cooking to do tomorrow and the next day. So and I'm ready to get it over with for sure, like Matt said. But man, that's great to be here and great to have everybody with us as well.
Here we go.
Yes, and then the last but not least, Bryan Pettit. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Nothing much. 4 for 4. How about that?
Oh boy.
No, everything's doing good. I'm tired. I gotta work tomorrow, and also I gotta work Friday. So you know how that goes. But
Okay,
anyway,
No, tell us.
Yeah, how does that go? We don't know how it goes.
What?
You said you know how it goes. Can you tell us?
You know how it goes with traffic, working on the week, the holidays. It's gonna be a madhouse.
Yep. Oh man, guys, we have literally an absolute jam pack. That's why we extended it to 2 hours tonight, because we have so many things that's going to transpire. We have a former member of the show. Yes, our boy Hank is going to stop by and wish us nothing but congratulations on a lot of things that have transpired actually in the last 24 hours. And also on the level of success that the Sportz Nutz has attained throughout this fiscal year 2025. This is the final episode of 2025 for the Sportz Nutz. However, you will see Pensman will come on, and also Bryan Pettit will be coming on. Bryan Pettit tomorrow is going to do the play-by-play of the University of Hawaii taking on Cal Berkeley. It is the Sheraton Hawaii Bowl. Shout out to my bows. I'm excited for them. Guys,
I might stop in at halftime.
There you go.
You know, take a little break from putting together some gifts. Take a little break and come in and kind of enjoy that with them too. Be pretty fun tomorrow night for sure.
Absolutely, guys. We have a lot that has transpired the last 24 hours. All right, Pensman, you need to get the applause ready. The Sportz Nutz. We have been awarded. Yes, I just said awarded. We won 2 iHeartRadio awards. The first one is the Best Interactive Podcast Series. Applause, please. Or not.
I can't get it. There it is.
And the Best Introduction for a Podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, they will be sending the actual awards to us, but I want to show this to you as well. Then we were a part of a new independent podcast award committee called the Underground Promotions, and this is actually the real name of this award. But this was we were nominated for 3, and well, actually 5, but we were nominated and we won 1. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the real award name. Applause. You know what? I didn't say laugh. Yes, we have been nominated and we won from the Underground Promotions, the Undies Award. It's a true award. It's the best logo. Congratulations to us for the fact that we are doing big things. Just the fact that we got nominated. So, guys, here is what is on tap for today. Yes, there has actually been another heartbreaking story. As you know, we alluded to last episode. We're going to go into depth more of it. Greg Biffle and his entire family were involved in a horrific plane crash, and the entire family unfortunately passed away. We will talk a little bit more about it because we got some more information about it. And I want you guys to also give some of your favorite memories that you had of Biffle racing. The Chicago Bears, they could be on the move. Actually, yes, they can. They will be most likely. The new stadium that was supposedly going to be built at current Soldier Field, that was scratched. The state of the affairs for the Chicago Bears is grim. Where are they going? We'll talk about that as a possible location. And I want to know what you guys think. Who'd be the one to blame on that one? Got to give a congratulations to Kevin Garnett. Matt, why am I giving KG kudos? His number 21 is being retired by the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well deserved.
Yes, and I want you guys to share some of your favorite KG moments. And do you think he should be elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame right now? We'll talk a little bit about that one. There is actually going to be a brand new Division I FCS football program, and they are starting up in 2027. Yes, it is official. Who are they? We'll talk about that one. Another big super move actually is also transpiring in the collegiate athletic world. A Division III perennial powerhouse is making the jump in football from D3 to FBS, and also basketball from Division III to the D1 rankings. Who are they? We'll talk about it in just a minute, and also let you know how much they have invested to make this program be suitable for the Division I level. The Kansas City Chiefs, they're relocating, sort of. We'll talk about what's going on with them, and maybe we have a little rendering of their stadium, actually. Matt is going to give us a Christmas sports story. It's more or less like your favorite Christmas memory and one of the favorite moments you had growing up watching a sporting event on Christmas time. Shane has his. Pensman also has one. Our guy Bryan Pettit has one. I have one. We have our honorable mentions, but guys, like I said, we also have a lot of guests who are going to come on throughout the show and give us their thanks and everything. So with that being said, let's get it going. Obviously, like a guy said, one of the most heartbreaking stories yet again has transpired in the world of athletics. Yes, NASCAR is a real athletic sport, folks. They can lose up to 15 pounds in one race. It's very true. Greg Biffle, unfortunately, him and his family were involved in a horrific plane crash, and they did unfortunately pass away. It's a very sad and tragic situation. Greg Biffle and his wife, as Shane has alluded to many times, they were exceptional humanitarians. They did a lot of things for the Western North Carolina region when Hurricane Helene hit. Just really sad. You know, he passed away. His wife passed away. Their 14-year-old daughter and their 5-year-old son unfortunately passed away as well. So we're going to start with Shane, actually. Shane, I want you to give me your favorite moments or memories that you had of Greg Biffle while he was racing.
Well, everybody should know his nickname. Of course, he was the Biff. So it's been kind of good to kind of get a resurgence of the Biff here lately. Him and Cletus McFarland teamed up when Cletus McFarland made his YouTube jump into the ARCA series for NASCAR. Biffle was a true pioneer in leading him through and kind of showing him the ropes on what it's like to be a driver. And here in the past couple of days, I recently watched some clips of their Cletus McFarland and Biffle and a couple of the guys. They bought like $5,000 and went and got RVs and took trips from Statesville, North Carolina, all the way down through the back roads, all the way down to Talladega, and spent the week there in those RVs, and then ended up giving them away, I do believe, during that weekend before they left. So, as you mentioned, he was a great humanitarian, and what he did for Western North Carolina, being a helicopter pilot coming in and bringing supplies, him and his wife really facilitated a bunch in the area. There's not enough you can really say about the guy on how good he was, but with this tragic news also brings up kind of who he was as a race car driver, and how dominant he really was from that really like 2001 to 2004 seasons. Man, it was every mile and a half you went to or a 2-mile track, that 16 car was going to be out there running for the lead at some point. But it's just tragic news, but it's great to see the community kind of rally around and remember Biff for the things that he did good on and off the track.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, our guy John has just chimed in. And yes, John will be joining us momentarily, so stay tuned for that one. What about you, Bryan? I know you're a NASCAR guy, and obviously it's a very tragic situation to say goodbye to Greg Biffle is one of the legends. But what are your fondest memories that you have of him, and kind of give a little more explanation as to what you think about the whole situation?
My whole situation was, when I heard the news, it was kind of a heartbreaking, for the family, for the friends of, Biffle and all that. And it was kind of bringing me back when Junior had his accident a couple of years ago. We could have lost L Junior when he had his plane crash. So it brings back memories. We lost L Junior. We lost a lot of people in NASCAR a little bit too this year. And it just kind of hits home. And here's some of the stats that I pulled up. He's won 19 NASCAR series races over the 16 years. Also, he's in 1998 Craftsman Truck Series Rookie of the Year. He's won one championship, one in the Truck Series in 2000, one in the Busch Series Championship in 2002. Finished in the top 10 finishes 175 times in the NASCAR Cup Series career highlights, known as being one of the most popular drivers in NASCAR, earning the title of most popular driver in the Northwest Series in 1997. Biffle was the first driver to win both Xfinity Series and Trucks Series championship. So that's just kind of a little tidbit of him. Also, when you raced, you didn't know where that 16 car was coming from. He can come from the back to the front, and you can say this. I was watching him, when Dale Senior was alive. You just didn't know where actually that 16 car was going to come. He can come from the back to the front, and he mangled with the best. He mangled with Jeff Gordon, all the good ones. So that's just my memory of what he did in NASCAR.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the most electrifying race car drivers. He really helped solidify NASCAR into what we know now. I mean, he was definitely a revolutionary driver, and Shane just alluded to. Shane is actually lives in the Western North Carolina region. So, unfortunately, he had to experience what happened. Well, he saw what had happened with Helene. I live only 45 minutes to an hour away from Shane, and Bryan only lives 10 minutes from me. So we unfortunately also had to, experience what happened with Hurricane Helene. It was one of the worst. What about you, Pensman? What are some of your fondest memories that you had of Biffle?
Bryan took like 3/4 of what I was going to say. But it is what it is. But he is the Xfinity champion. He's the Truck Series champion. He came in second numerous times. And like Bryan said, you never know where he's going to be. That 16 car was a fierce. I think he had the same line as a senior because both of them were coming up from the back of the field, especially in Bristol. He was a fierce in Bristol, especially in Martinsville. Then I remember his fighting on the track. If you bump him the wrong way, he'll let you know after the track, after the race. He'll go right next to the car, and he even threw punches at Denny Hamlin, he was a fierce fighter. You got in his way,
too, right?
He'll let you know. Yeah.
He threw his helmet, didn't he?
Yeah, he threw his helmet.
Yeah, I remember that very well. What about you, Matt?
Yeah,
what do you remember?
That was a Bristol.
Yeah, that's great.
What do you remember about Biffle?
Now to think about Biff, man. I mean, he wasn't some silver spoon like racing prodigy, man. People don't know that he was like a logger from Washington. That came from Washington. He was a logger out there, man. Straight blue collar guy. He was racing on the West Coast before people even knew his name. I mean, but he's just one of them guys that earned every inch of his career. So like everybody said, man, Truck Series champion, Push Series champion, almost won the Cup, finished second overall. But he's one of the few drivers in NASCAR that proved that he can win in any car that you put him in. Yeah,
absolutely, and it's sad that we won't see the great humanitarian he is. His family, they definitely did a lasting impact on everything, anywhere and everywhere they went, and it really is sad. Real quick, want to also give a shout out to everybody who is listening to us live on 95.5 KFCE in Terrell, Texas, and also on TigerNation.live, which broadcasts in Texas, Missouri, and Oklahoma. Also, the other radio stations that we are on nationwide and the 32 countries we also air in. And also, we now have followers and subscribers in the largest state in the union, which would be Alaska. So we are definitely thankful for everybody for helping us become what we are today. Before we go to the next topic, Matt, I want to go to you. I want you to give us one of your favorite moments that you had in this season. I know we kind of touched on it last episode, but I want you to give me a little more in-depth like this, like you had something that just absolutely blew your socks away on what we have accomplished.
I mean, like I said, man, the consistency, man, staying consistent. Like I said, that's the most important thing. And then you, Brandon, like I always tell you, I've been telling you this for years, man. It's about consistency. No matter, you can have the worst show in the world, man. As long as you're consistent, you will have fans, and that's how it's been going, man. We've stayed consistent through thick and thin. We've all had issues. We've all had families. We've all had things we had to attend to. But staying consistent, man, that's the biggest strength that we have. I look at this like, like
if you give me LeBron cliche.
I'm not gonna do LeBron and Bronny this time. I'm gonna use Captain Planet this time, man. You know, like Planeteers, man. You know,
your powers combined.
No, we're like Captain Planet, and Sportz Nutz. The show itself is we're the Planeteers, and the sports show itself is Captain Planet, man. So you know, we just got to keep showing up, man. As long as we show up, even we're good. But when we're all together, we're stronger. So staying consistent. And we don't have to like each other behind the scenes or on the scenes or whatever, man, but we respect and tolerate each other. So
what is that supposed to mean?
Hey, Brandon, look, man.
Family. You've known me for how many years now?
family squabble here and there, man. It is what it is. But it's about how you it's not letting it affect your product and what you have going on. People always wonder, like, hey, what's the difference between men and women? When women are mad at each other, they're mad at have enemies for life. When guys are mad at each other, we're friends again the next day. So that's how it works, man. So yeah, man, as long as we stay consistent, man, we'll be good.
Absolutely.
Captain Planet.
Yes.
Your powers combined.
Let me guess. Let me guess. I'm Earth, right?
When?
Right.
Why? Because you're black? Is that why?
Exactly. I'm Earth, right?
I'm
Do you remember the 21st of September? No, I'm not gonna do that. Sorry.
Really,
man.
Papa was really.
You know what?
I know where that's from, Brandon. I know where that's from.
Hey, before, and also I want to go to Shane on this, because look, Shane, he's been with us also since day one. He did take a break. He had a lot transitioning. He relocated and
just another break.
Yeah, he took a break, so that's okay. And Shane has also been a massive contributor to the success of this show. Shane, give us your favorite moment of 2025 with the Sportz Nutz.
Oh, like Cal said, another one.
Another one.
but man, I can tell you what I really enjoyed the most. One thing that I really didn't get to touch on last time is just the growth as a whole that we've had. Not just as 3 members of the Sportz Nutz starting off. Now we've had 4, had to take a break. Now we've got 5, and now we've got a whole network of affiliates and people that we are growing our network and our our companionship, I guess you would say, amongst many different lines with many different people, and I believe it's a great value to what we have going here. And I just want to reach out to everybody that's helped us grow in this time as well, and thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts. We really do appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. We started out with 4 of us, and then it went down to 2, then 3. Then we had a 4th member, which he will be joining us momentarily. Sorry, my daughter dropped something really loud upstairs. It caught me off guard. Then we reduced back down to 3. Then we're back at 4. Now we're at 5. And we also have expanded our network to a new individual. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Matt, I know you're excited about this one. Shane, I know you're excited about him too. He should be on just a moment. We're waiting for him to fully connect. But our guy Hank has just logged in. But before we do, let's bring in.
We just spoke him up.
Yeah, exactly. Let's bring in the newest member of our network. I'm looking to make sure he is ready. Ralph, if you can see me, give me a thumbs up. Yeah, all right. So Ralph Williams of RW Media, he is officially a member of the Sportz Nutz Network. Ralph, man, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me, Matt and Shane. It's great to see you guys again. It's been a while, but great to see you guys again, be on the show. Pensman and Bryan. Thank you, Brandon Kaler, as well. And congrats to you as well. And the Sportz Nutz. So,
yes, we are, so people, like we just said, we are a 3 award-winning show, 2 iHeartRadio awards, and 1 Underground Promotion Award. And this is, now, I don't know if you saw this, Ralph. This is legit. This is the real award we got from Underground Promotions. It's called the Undies Awards. So we are very excited about that. We have been nominated.
I want to contest that. I'm more of a boxer brief guy, man. I'm more of a boxer brief guy. Those are just tidy whities.
The other night.
But those are whoa.
I had to show that.
Whoa. Let me go back to mute.
No, I had to heckle Matt because that's always the fun part. No, but we are so excited for the growth and everything that we've had. Our guy Hank will be with us in just a minute. He had to log back in. We actually have another gentleman who will be logging on in just a moment. He actually was a guest on Ralph's show recently. He has been a guest on our show. His name is Dwayne Morton. Remember, Matt, you remember him very well, don't you, Dwayne? His story, touched so many people, so many lives. Almost died a couple times. So he will be on with us momentarily. We're eagerly awaiting on that one. But let's go to you, Pensman. I know you kind of touched a little bit, and you're still relatively new to the team. But what is what is one of your favorite memories that you had of the Sportz Nutz this year?
I just enjoy coming on here. You guys are big supporter. You guys always help me out. You guys do whatever you can. You guys let me use your StreamYard when I do play-by-play for the Steelers and Penguins and stuff like that. You guys tolerate me even though I'm a Penguins and Steelers fan. You guys hackle me. So it's always good to have new friends, and this network's been awesome. I've been part of three networks, and this is the best one I've been on. So
we are definitely happy to have you on with us. You definitely mean the world to the network as a whole. Before we get to one of our guests, Bryan, what is some of your favorite memories that you had this year for the sports? And I know you also are new to this team, but give us some of your favorite memories.
Well, one of the things is heckling you all the time. So that's one of the privileges of being on this show. Also, I like being on the show. This is kind of a big privilege. This is my first time getting my name out there and everything. So I thanks for y'all for letting me come on here. And also thanks for all the interviews that y'all had. So that's just memories from what I did. And yes, I'm going to do the Hawaii-California game tomorrow. So that's gonna be a big kick in that. So, I want to thank y'all guys, for letting me come on here.
Absolutely. We're honored to have everybody be a part of the growth and everything. Matt will tell you this too. Shane will also tell you this. We only care about people growing. We want people to be happy. We want them to be successful. We want them to grow and learn at the same time. It's not every man for himself. The people who think that they are above everybody. No, this is not how it works. We're all one big family. All right, guys. So this next guest we have coming on, this gentleman was a guest on our show, and he actually was recently a guest on Ralph's show. This gentleman, for those who don't remember, Isaiah, good to see you. He had some life-altering moments happen to him. He is a motivational speaker as well. He actually started up his own podcast. He's actually going to be going on in just a few minutes, actually, to record an episode. Dwayne, man, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you so much for having me on. How's everyone? I just want to say thank you to you guys so much for allowing me to come on when I was at the beginning, early stages of getting my message out, and right when the book came out. But also, I noticed that you guys won a couple awards today for iHeart, and I just want to say congratulations. That's a huge honor for you guys. And so I just wanted to say all my gratitude to you guys.
Thank you. It absolutely means a lot to us that we won awards. The fact that we were nominated too it's pretty awesome. That just shows to show that we are doing something beneficial, and people are loving our content. It really means a lot to us. Real quick, I know you're about to jump onto your podcast. Can you tell? I'm going to put the screen solely on you. Can you tell everybody about your podcast and just kind of give an update about what we should learn more about your show?
Yeah. So first of all, I have a show that I have kind of stopped for season 1, and it's called Everything is going to be Show Up to Win. It's Show Up to Win, and I spotlight other people's resilience stories. So it's me getting to learn from other people with resilience. and it's been amazing. We're at 20 episodes. I just decided to pause it and go to another part of me. And I have so many people that keep asking me, Brandon, about the people that I've met on the journey. And so it's going to be about the journey of the year and 9 months, the journey that I've been on and the people I've met. So it's really the who's who. And I have some really big guests that I'm holding on, and I'm really looking forward to sharing those people with you. And then the people who are kind of the unsung heroes that maybe some people don't realize that they're a who's who. And so that's going to be one podcast. And then I'm launching another podcast that's going to be more business strategies and more business related things. So I'm looking forward to 2026 and just seeing how fast and how far this rocket ship can go with the right type of people.
You know what I always tell my daughter, and I coach my daughter's basketball team, and we have this one little girl. Her name is Sawyer. She's the youngest on the team, and she has said many times, "I can't do this." And you know what I always tell her? You can do anything. The sky is your limit. And it took me having to explain and having her mom and dad also explain that she can do anything and everything. And y'all, this little girl, she's 6 years old, and she has picked it up like that. Matt, you'd be absolutely proud to see how much she has grown in just the short period of time. She was very scared, very timid to even touch the basketball. Now she is our field general. She is our point guard, and she is absolutely amazing. And that's why I tell you, Dwayne, keep doing what you're doing, man. And, we are not one, not two, but 300% behind you, brother. And we are always, always going to stand behind you, man. And we are beyond thrilled. Real quick, before we let you go, please let everybody know where they can find you. And then also wish everybody happy holidays if you can, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be Show Up to Win with the number 2 on .com. And that's where you can join a wait list for the community. I'm actually going to release this early 2026. And then Show Up to Win on also on IG. And I really felt a pull from just being just a resilience coach to move in also and add integrity. I realized that there's so many people out there that don't stand by their word. And so that is another thing that I'm going to be coaching and helping other people improve in their life. And so ultimately, like, my job as a coach is to help you guys win, like, really. And I teach that through some core principles. And so I'm just really looking forward to being able to share that with people. And of course, I want to say Merry Christmas to everyone. Happy holidays. And if you don't celebrate, that's fine. Enjoy the time off from work or whatever, and just relax and do what you do. And so, play some video games, watch some football, all these wonderful things that are going on right now in the sports world.
So you actually have a question from one of our guests. This is our guy, John. He actually is the founder of the Pitch Grid podcast. He wanted to know if you were on YouTube. Can you let everybody know where your channel is?
Yeah, so it's Show Up to Win at 24 is going to be the call sign for that on the YouTube. And so I'm just going to blanket everything, and all the different podcasts are going to be on there. I think at this point, I'm still talking to some people to see how that works. Here's the thing, Brandon, I didn't know the podcast world when I did it. I came in when I was guesting on podcasts and came in with a brand sponsor, and, it was a learning lesson. So I love the fact that I had to learn something right off the bat, and I've enjoyed it. Honestly, as much as I've always say I love basketball, I kind of enjoy this podcasting probably more. It's just more, it means more when you meet the right type of people and you can create that impact, and you can see the impact. Last week I spoke with a bunch of high school kids, and I really got to just give them a better idea of what they were able to face, tell them about my lessons, but not explain my lessons, just to say, hey, these things happened to me, the 18-year misdiagnosis, the police shooting part. But what you can take away instead of using that, having to go through that, is just the lessons that I gave them. And so it was really awesome to be able to do that, but also do it at that age group, because I feel like they get looked over a lot.
Absolutely. Dwayne, Merry Christmas to you, to your family. My brother, I'm going to talk to you again. We only have a little under 9 days left of this year, but we are definitely going to have you on again in 2026. Does it sound like a plan, sir?
Yes, absolutely. And same thing, Brandon. I want to have you on my podcast for the journey of the people, and we might actually bring a couple of the others on too.
Hey, we're okay.
Because y'all, I mean, so Shane, Matt, Ralph, y'all been a big
thank you, Dwayne.
help. And
we appreciate it, man. And you've not only been an inspiration to our fans and everybody out there, but to us as well. So, man, Merry Christmas for sure.
And I'll subscribe when I'm done here.
Yes. If you guys can, please go check out our guy Dwayne Morton. Hit subscribe. Let him know you truly care, because he is a fantastic individual. You know, I call him my brother because he really is. We talk, him and I talk, and you know, he is such an inspirational person. I love you, bro, man.
You too, man. Thank you so much.
Christmas. We'll talk soon. Sound good?
Yep. Y'all have a great night and celebrate that those awards. It's nice to be nominated, but it's really nice to like to actually win them.
Absolutely.
So you guys enjoy that.
Absolutely. Dwayne, take care, man.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness, that was fantastic, guys. We actually have another. Y'all ready to see this? Are y'all ready? Matt, you ready? The Prodigy has returned.
Fellas, how's your wild thing?
Boys and girls, the man has returned himself, Hank Russell.
Gentlemen, how's it, brother? What's going on, man? I can't believe I wanted to say hey to Dwayne, but hey, Dwayne, if you're still listening, man, we gotta hook up again.
Absolutely. I was actually gonna say I'm gonna give him your information so you can get him on your show, even because let him know what your show's been doing, man.
Well, honestly, okay, so it's been 5 months since I left Sportz Nutz, and the thing about it is that, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. It's not in my best interest to say this, but it really is not as good of a time as it should be 90% of the time. You're interviewing a bunch of guys that are like younger, more impressionable, don't really have good communication skills. You can't make the conversation interesting. Boy, that 10%, like it is a doozy. I interviewed a Division I basketball college female, and who's like on the starting lineup for the Texas. I forget which Texas school it was. It's been about a week or so ago. Then I've interviewed, Division II and Division I basketball players, a couple football players, obviously I'm mostly known for the combat sports now because they don't have a lot of people that want to do the combat sports. But I said, look, give me some football, basketball, baseball. And so when they do throw me a bone, they give me some good ones.
Absolutely, man. Well, it's so good to see you.
Thank you.
Matt actually will tell you. Matt will tell you he does this quite often. He goes, "How's my boy Hank doing?" Shane has even said, "How's Hank doing?" We don't talk to him no more. We don't see him. I was like, I still talk to Hank. Hank's our dude. We still talk, and it means a lot to us. But Hank, you were an inspirational helper to make this show become even bigger. You actually helped us achieve legendary status with the 3 awards that we got awarded officially today. What are your favorite memories that you had with us when you were a part of this team?
Honestly, the obviously number one is definitely when I actually took the time to come down to South Carolina and see y'all. There was nothing like it. That seems like lifetimes ago, but that was beginning of May. So
yeah,
you're talking, that was probably the highlight of my year, not just the highlight of the Sportz Nutz. I mean, I don't even remember what the topics we talked about that night. That was, man, I mean, that was as far as the Sportz Nutz goes. As far as the actual show itself, I believe, I loved it when we talked to what's his name. I interviewed it's funny. I interviewed a former NFL player the other day, but I can't remember the guy from the Redskins. What was the guy's name from the Redskins?
Oh, Gerald Riggs.
Gerald Riggs. Thank you. And that was my highlight as far as like interviews go. Maybe your boy from Atlanta, because he
Bob Rathman.
Yeah, he answered my Kent Bazemore question, and because I was the only one that thought that Kent Bazemore was higher than he should have been. I thought on a different team he would have been, maybe the second option in my opinion. But we won't argue about that. But those were my favorite moments. But number one, definitely going down there to seeing all 3 of you gentlemen. It was nice.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. we're definitely honored that you.
Oh yeah, Hank Brandon can not figure out the finger flag still.
What? No, he can't.
No, he still can't.
Like some things haven't changed. I thought I just you know what, I was going to stick around for the rest of the time, but I can log off now.
Y'all got jokes,
but but you know what, man? Like, I mean, I appreciate. And what were the 3 awards? Forgive me.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to show you the first one.
Best
this
logo.
is from
because you said I might have been a part of it. So
that's the first one. That's a true one.
Okay.
The best logo. Yes, it's the Undies Award.
Okay.
Let me pull up the sheet here, and I can tell you,
man,
exactly what they were.
I hope they're not my underwear. Then we could cover the whole crowd. But
you would say that.
See, even Hank agrees with me.
It is the best interactive podcast series and best introduction to a podcast.
Yeah, man. And I appreciate that. One of the things I think that, all right, I don't like to talk about myself as far as like what contribution was, but behind the scenes, I was always plugging about the equipment and stuff like that. I see Matt has upgraded his equipment to the pole, which is great, and the lighting and stuff like that. And
absolutely,
or the boom or the boom mic, or the boom arm and stuff like that. So and Brandon, during the time I was there, he got himself a microphone because we don't like to give our secrets away, but you do want to have a little bit of a look of authority somewhat. And you see, because you see Ralph at his and Pensman Sports over there, man, like he doesn't have a microphone showing, but he has that background thing going. And then he got Shane's drug addict self. It's just like
I got the preacher mic.
That's one thing I will give it to Hank, man. I will definitely give that to Hank, man. He did show us the kind of the direction. Show me kind of the direction as far as the quality.
All of us, really.
Better quality. So I would definitely give that to Hank. As you see, I'm working on trying to maybe get the background close to yours.
It's cool, man. And it's look. I mean, honestly, here's the thing about it. Like what Shane. Like that's the thing about it though. And this is for starting podcast guys. Even if you don't have the right equipment, you can make up for it by having like the knowledge that somebody like Shane does. Like Shane clearly has a background that's in now, but like before he was in the thing. And it's like, you can, there's always like accentuate the positives and hide the negatives.
Amen.
That's the thing about, cause I mean, it's just one of them things, man. Like, I was radio broadcasting for 20 years and then it didn't, or 18 years, excuse me. And then, COVID happened, but you have to really work these things out. You have to understand that, production and just, looking the part can be, it doesn't even have to be a suit and tie. It's just like, Pat McAfee wears a tank top for crying out loud. I mean, but he looks like
when he wears a shirt,
when he wears a shirt.
But
so, Hank, before we let you go, let everybody know where they can find your show. And then if you can, wish everybody happy holidays. We really appreciate that, man.
Oh, man. Hey, look, yeah, first of all, happy holidays to everybody, man. It's been those first 6 months. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm glad to hear that, it's coming Christmas time but honestly, let's see. I'm trying to think, where can you watch to see my show? Well, obviously the Hank Russell Invitation on YouTube, which is connected through the company that I've been working for since May called millions.co. And you can find the Hank Russell Invitation on there as well. I am working out something else with eventually I'm going to try to go to other platforms and stuff like that as soon as they allow third-party systems to be on there, because I do it through Ecamm. And so be on the lookout for that. Guys, it's been great saying hey to you guys again. I know y'all have got to close the show out or get ready to close the show out. Did y'all start an hour earlier than y'all normally do?
We started 30 minutes earlier because we're doing a 2-hour show tonight because there's so many people who are going to come on and give thanks to.
Okay, cool. I just didn't want to be too late, but gentlemen, it has been great. It's been great seeing y'all. Hey man, look, I hope this ain't the last time.
It won't be.
No, it won't be.
No, it won't be.
No, look, I love all you guys, man. Even Ralph. What's your name up there in the top left, brother?
His name is Mike. His name is Mike.
Mike. Okay, because I saw Pensman Sport.
Yeah, he goes by Pensman Sports, but his name is Mike.
Man, I look forward to getting to know everybody. You know, I do watch.
Thank you.
Whenever I'm not doing my thing, I do get to watch. So, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Hank.
Ralph, Hank, man, we appreciate you, brother, and I'll talk to you soon. Merry Christmas. Please give your best to our dad.
Keep it going.
All right.
Give your best to your dad, please.
Hank.
Yes,
thank you.
Absolutely.
All right, take care. Guys, that was cool to actually get to see an old face, but let's continue with the show and everything. Guys, the Chicago Bears, they could be on the move. Really? Actually, yes, they can. The new stadium that was supposed to happen for Soldier Field being a domed stadium has been scratched, and now they have expanded their search to include Northern Indiana. My question, I'm going to start with you, Ralph. What would this mean for the league if we did not see the term Chicago Bears? We saw Indiana Bears. And who would be the one to blame if this move really does happen?
Well, what a lot of folks don't understand, and I get it, okay, that, a lot of taxpayers don't want to pay for stadiums anymore, all right? If you look at Jacksonville, they turned it down, and the Kahn family's paying for renovations on Jacksonville Stadium. You take a look at Kansas City, they're moving to Kansas. You take a look at what you just said with the Bears. The Cleveland Browns are even moving out of Cleveland, and they're going into the outskirts of Cleveland with their dome stadium. And a lot of them are coming up with these dome stadiums because now you can multi-purpose with these. And my thought process is that what a lot of folks don't understand, don't pay for the stadium. And then when you don't have development, when you don't have jobs, when you don't have the type of business it brings millions of dollars, the National Football League is $1 billion or more business, and for you not to support your team, I get it. You don't want to pay for it because you want to pay tax dollars for rich millionaires to do their thing. I get that, but you know what? Sometimes you got to bite it. You got to bite the bullet once in a while and let it happen, because it will lead to a lot of development. It did in Pittsburgh. They didn't want it. And somehow or another, they were able to pull it off and get two new facilities built, one for the Pirates, one for the Steelers. And now the whole area around Acrisure Stadium and PNC Park has been developed, and there was nothing there when Three River Stadium was there. And so as long as you got jobs, development, construction jobs, trade labor, all types of, this is just a win-win situation. And I think a lot of people don't realize that.
Absolutely. It is going to be weird. And Matt, you know this, it's going to be, just think about this for a second. If you don't say Chicago Bears, you end up saying the Indiana Bears.
Exactly.
How weird is it going to be for you to say that though, Matt? Like just think about that for a second.
I mean, that's not going to happen, man. Look, come on, we're talking about the Chicago Bears here, man. They will still be in Chicago. The city will do what it needs to do to keep that team there. Yeah, they might have denied them a new stadium now, whatever, but that's just go around. They can happen again. They'll put it again for it, man, and they'll eventually get it. They have to, unless they want to end up looking like that stadium down there in New Orleans. You don't want that. So no, man. I don't think we'll be saying Indiana Bears or anything like that. It'll still be Chicago Bears. Are they the Bears in Chicago? That's besides the point.
I'll leave it to Matt to give the most random question comments.
But no, I think they'll still be in Chicago. I don't think that's one of the franchises that will not move. Them,
no.
The Steelers, the Patriots. I mean, there's a handful, maybe about 10 teams that will never. The Chiefs, the teams that will never, ever leave where they're at, unless some crazy stuff happens in the middle of the night. Like Baltimore.
Yeah, so, but Shane, you heard Ralph just say it. We mentioned it too. Is that Kansas City? They're relocating, sort of. They're literally going 15, 20 minutes down the road. They're going into the state of Kansas. They're going to have a domed facility as well. But the next question you got to really ask though, Shane, is what if? Let's just play hypothetical for right now, okay? For bleeps and giggles. Let's say they do relocate to Indiana, and then let's just say for bleeps and giggles, the Kansas City Chiefs are not the Kansas City Chiefs anymore. They're gosh, I mean, just some off name random.
They'll be the Kansas Chiefs.
Maybe the Kansas. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Kansas.
just remove the city.
Yeah. But what is that? What does that signify though for these types of franchises, Shane?
Well, for one, Kansas City, there's a Kansas City, Missouri, and a Kansas City, Kansas. So,
right,
you're going to you're probably going to stick with the Kansas City since they're not moving that far down the road. But with them, with the possibility of Indiana and stuff like that you're talking, is like Indiana really only has one city that with the infrastructure and everything around it that can really handle a major pro sports team at this time, and they've already got one. That kind of questions. I'm definitely seeing a move. Kind of outside the city that we're seeing. With some of the more recent newer NFL stadiums that we've seen, like Oracle's not really in downtown Buffalo, but they've built one right beside
Orchard
the
Park. You
old
mean?
Yeah.
It's called Orchard Park, but they're moving next door to their facility.
Yeah. So I mean, but it's not right in the middle of downtown. But you're still like San Francisco. They've moved kind of out away from downtown area. So you get more of that because you're getting a lot more development out that way. So it makes it easier for you to hide these taxes and new bill proposals and stuff like that, as Ralph was mentioning. But it's all about these fan bases. If it were become known that the Chicago Bears were fixing to move to some town in Indiana, I think the city of Chicago would not let them leave. Like they would probably blockade the roads. That
riot. They would riot
because no, we're talking about Chicago, not Philly.
Love it.
But I think that you've got to have some sort of community involvement around the team, and I think that's kind of been lackluster up until this year with the Chicago Bears. Say the Chicago Bears make a run in the playoffs this year, they're not leaving Chicago one bit. They'll reapprove that bill in a heartbeat.
Absolutely, they will. But you did talk about the fan bases. Remember, and Ralph, you remember this very well too. How many different locations did the Yetas go to? Remember?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and then you have cities like St. Louis now. The Battlehawks on the UFL sell out all their games. Okay, they are up for a new team. St. Louis might take a team on that's around that area that might want to move. If St. Louis is willing to do so, although they're a baseball city, but still, there are a lot of places out there that would welcome this type of team and welcome the revenue and welcome the infrastructure and welcome everything into their city to help their city a little bit better. You don't know how much it eases on the tax burden too. I mean, because you can tax, the stadium, you can tax the drinks, you can tax the players, you can tax, and then that way your property taxes are not that high. And you're, see, a lot of people don't realize this stuff. And, they complain they don't want it. But then on the other hand, when property taxes go up, then they complain and get upset because there's property taxes. And that offsets all that. When you have that kind of development and that kind of team there that's willing to spend billions of dollars to come in, if you have a dome stadium, you can put a lot of big concerts in there. You can have multi-purpose events in there, and it's a year-round thing. You don't just have it sitting there. Fortunately for the Steelers, they have Pitt there. So, Pitt plays there as well as the Steelers in the high school football. And then in the summertime, they occupy it with some concerts. But if you have a dome stadium and a dome place, you can occupy it all the time. The events you can have there is just amazing. And Cleveland's doing it right. Chicago's doing it right. And Kansas City's doing it right. And that's the name of the game now, is the Dome Stadium.
Yep.
In New Orleans, Ford Field, Lucas Oil.
That's one thing Roger Goodell said, too, though. He won't ever have another Super Bowl really outside of these stadiums. He wants Dome Stadiums.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. And they learned their lesson, Shane, from MedLife, trying to have one there in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Yeah. It's been a winner.
Yeah. And and that was actually one of the lowest rated Super Bowls too. Was
Yes,
MetLife.
yes, it was. Yeah,
and it's really sad. Like, it's really sad that we're kind of eliminating the whole idea of football. I mean, when I played football, I played outside. I played in all sorts of elements. Shane did too. I mean, we all played in different elements, and it's now you're going to play in you're guaranteed 72 degree temperatures, and not a cloud literally in the sky in the dome. Nothing. It's unless they have a retractable roof. But we see now, even with the Atlanta Falcons, they rarely open their stadium. I mean, Jerry's in Jerry's world, he very rarely, if ever. I mean, he just did it recently, and you saw
he just needs to shut the curtains.
Yeah, he believes that the dome open up the roof makes the team lose. That's kind of what he said.
Yeah.
And it is Jerry, out of all people. Like, it's become a new theme. I mean, there are renderings, and one of the renderings is that people are going to try that Kansas City is going to try and mimic what SoFi Stadium is for the LA Chargers and Rams.
Right. And Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas too, Brandon. Yeah. Don't forget, WrestleMania is going to be there again this year. Again, WrestleMania is going to be there.
And look what that would. Now look, though, also, Ralph, if Kansas City builds
and
that
the Super Bowl,
what can they do? They can put WrestleMania in there.
You can qualify for Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly.
It don't matter how cold it is outside.
Look at the economic impact it's going to absolutely generate. And I can understand what Roger Goodell is trying to do. I get it. I really do. I think the fans, and I'm going to take a quote from Aaron Rodgers. They just need to relax.
Yes.
Just relax.
Yes.
Obviously, there's such historic meanings behind Arrowhead Stadium. I mean, obviously, we saw the negative 15 degree temperatures and Patrick Mahomes' helmet exploding as he gets hit. So we understand the historical relevance of behind it. That's like going to Wrigley Field and completely demolishing Wrigley Field. I mean, we know what Wrigley Field is, but they just got to relax and let the process happen.
I said before, Brandon, I don't want to hear anyone complain when their property taxes go up or when their county taxes go up, because you had an opportunity for development. Where I live out here in the Delmarva area, we got folks in Milton, Delaware complaining because they don't want retail office space. They don't want because of the traffic. They're complaining about that. But now they have to raise property taxes in Milton, Delaware, because they voted down retail space and office space and hotels and apartments that could bring in tax dollars that you won't need to worry about your property taxes.
Absolutely on that one.
Brandon, I got a question for you on this one.
Go ahead.
On this subject. What, we were talking about the domes and everything. What is y'all's impression about if every team goes to a dome, then we won't have any like the great football fields, football facility with the snow no more, We won't.
Let me ask you this.
Well, they cancel games anyway, Brian.
Yeah, they do. That. Remember last year there was this one absolute freak snow event that happened in Buffalo where they got 7 feet of snow and they canceled the game until the next day.
The Steeler game got canceled till the next day or 2 days later or whatever. The governor shut everything down up in New York.
John just said, I was about to say this, Lambeau Field. They are never, Brian, this. Everybody can tell you this. They're never going to touch Lambeau. Again, that's like going and tearing down Wrigley Field. Just because
they're owned by their own people. They're owned by the fans. So that's the majority owner. So
they have the right model too, Shane. The people on the field, the team, the stadium, the whole 9 yards. Yes.
What'd you say, Pensman?
You guys are forgetting one team, the Philadelphia Eagles too. They're outside and I don't see them moving to a dome either because they played Detroit Lions in the snow and it was really bad.
I remember watching the game and I said,
I could see in the area that they're in though, there's room for expansion and a new stadium there. So I wouldn't be surprised if it eventually happened at some point.
Yeah. I could see it happening at some point.
I think everybody's going to be copycatting, Shane. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have everybody doing it now. And it's starting right now with the Bears, with Cleveland, and with Kansas City. I mean,
you look at Super Bowl ticket prices. I mean, you can't go for less than $5,000 for nosebleeds. Yeah. That's just the ticket into the game.
You guys also got to remember. You guys got to remember they could play the Big Ten championship, the ACC. and all
Yeah.
kinds of championship games.
Hey, bowl games too. I mean,
Yeah,
some of
exactly.
these bowl
They
games.
can develop a bowl
That's
game
what's
now
good,
because
yeah.
it's a dome
Yeah.
facility.
And also
Absolutely.
don't forget about the luxury rooms too. You know, that's what
Yep.
they're building too for, you know, if people
Yeah,
want to rent
luxury
them out for a
boxes and
year.
suites and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, sweet
Yes.
too. So
You
you
know-
can't. I mean, you got to remember that too.
Absolutely. So speaking of big spenders, do you guys know where St. Thomas University is by chance?
In the country of St. Thomas.
I'm going to say either Bahamas or Florida.
Yeah,
Minnesota. They play University of Wisconsin Whitewater. That's one of their perennial powerhouses. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I made this announcement yesterday on YouTube and also on TikTok. St. Thomas University, they are making the jump from Division III. In football, they're making it to the FBS, which is a massive jump. Well, in basketball, they're going from Division III to Division I basketball.
Whoa.
Now, the conferences they have communications with, they have narrowed it down to two. One is the MAC, which I hope they do not do. And the other one is the All-American Conference. Better opportunities for them, right? Well, just for bleeps and giggles, if you did not see the short or anything, I want one of you guys, I don't care who it is, tell me, how much do you think that they invested in both their football and basketball facilities? Just take a gander. Matt, I'm going to go to Matt.
Go ahead.
Tell me what you think.
80,000
for a football and basketball stadium. Do you know
how much? I think so. How much did they invest in their program? Okay, for football and basketball stadium, for the one going from Division III to Division I, correct?
Yes.
Let's do 800,000.
All right, Shane, what do you think?
I'm gonna go north of 400 mil.
Bryan, what do you think?
I'm going to say about 20 million.
Pensman, what do you think?
Dang you, Bryan. Come on, man. I say 20 million also.
Ralph, what do you think?
Well, I'm saying 30 million. That's what I'm going with. So
the closest one is actually Shane, but it's a lot higher.
Wow.
$605 million to investing in both their football and
where he getting his money?
Some alum had to dig in their pockets for that.
There's the answer is the alumni and the city and the state.
Yep, relates it back. City and the state paying for
city
it.
and state and the school have invested. It's $605 million. 450 million go to the football.
I'll be so mad if I lived in that area. I will be so mad because you already know what's going up. You know what's going up.
You want to hear what's really cool though? For the football program, their stadium only holds 15,000 right now. When they opened up in the FBS level, their stadium will hold 50,000. And you heard the Wisconsin Whitewater head football coach when he came on. He said there's never enough tickets and seats available when those two play. They have to play at a neutral site quite often. So
wow,
that's a huge move. Well, the basketball complex is over $150 million going into this. And you know where Timmons Arena is, Bryan, very well. It's in Travelers Rest. They just had a $40 million renovation done because they have a private donor. Well, imagine quadrupling that opportunity. Well, now their stadium right now holds 12,000. Basketball, which is pretty good for basketball in general. Well, when they're done, it's going to hold 20,000, which is perfect for Division I basketball. So definitely tip your caps to St. Thomas University because they've kind of paved the way more for smaller schools. My wife, who is actually sitting in the dining room right now, is an alumni of, back then it was called Reinhardt College. Now it's called Reinhardt University. As you guys know, we had Coach Burton on here. They too are making that jump. In the next 7 years or so, they will be in the FBS for football and Division I for basketball, and every program, not just hit and misses. No, it's everyone. And Coach Burton did say they have invested a heavy amount. I don't think that Reinhardt has anywhere close to what St. Thomas has invested in, over $600 million, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's close to the 400 million. Waleska is a very small, Matt, you know this, it's a very small town. You blink and you've driven through the whole town. So you're going to see some changes in there, but definitely tip your cap to the smaller programs because they're making that move. We're not done. We're not done seeing any of this change. We're going to see a lot more. University of West Georgia, which our good friend Bryan and Coach Devin Bice and the entire Presbyterian College staff is going to coach at University of West Georgia, the Wolves. In 3 years, they make the jump to the FCS, and then 5 years total from this year to then, they will be playing in the Sun Belt Conference. That's a massive jump because, Matt, you know this, University of West Georgia, their athletic program was intramurals only 5 years ago. Intramurals, if you guys don't know, that it maybe brings in $5,000 a year. Maybe that's for all your programs, and now they're moving up.
And didn't we talk about this one time before on another show? I think a couple seasons ago about how some of these universities just become so big, and then they end up having to go way back.
Yep.
And then
how about South Florida? I mean, they didn't have a football team.
That's
now
right.
they're building their own stadium. They've been sharing it with the Buccaneers at Raymond James.
Yep.
And they're
Beautiful
building
stadium,
their
by the way.
own facility. I mean, so
yeah, I'm really excited to see the smaller programs getting their just desserts. They deserve to have the opportunity. And reason why I say
look at Delaware. There's another
exactly.
program right there.
And by the way, I want to give a shout out to Delaware State because they gave a contract extension to one of the most amazing Philadelphia Eagle return men ever, in Deshaun Jackson. He got a contract extension because they finished with the best season they've had in 20 years. Think about that for a second. 20 years, y'all. That's how long it's been since Delaware State was relevant.
And you have a lot of these former players, Brandon, and guys here. You have a lot of former players now becoming coaches. Michael Vick. You got a lot of guys out here. Teddy Bridgewater is a high school coach, or was, or whatever. And then you have Cedric Wilson became a high school
Ed
coach.
Reed is also the head coach.
Exactly.
Head coach.
Deion Sanders. I mean, you got a lot of guys that are out here becoming college coaches and high school coaches and whatnot.
Philip
Rivers was as well. Yes. Todd Haley coaches his son's high school team down in Florida. So, I mean, you got a lot of guys out here who have gotten into high school sports because they don't like the politics of college anymore. They don't like the politics of the NFL. So they go into high school coaching and assistants as well. I mean, So something I wanted to add real quick, Brandon, if you'd let me here. Congressman Chris DeLuzio in Pennsylvania is trying to pass legislation through Congress to try to force that any stadium across the United States that's funded by taxpayers, regardless of what it is, you must have low ticket prices for taxpayers who live in the community, and also low concession prices and whatnot. He's trying to get an ordinance or some kind of a bill passed in Congress, and he's got backing of some other congressmen that are trying to do this. So, with the taxpayers paying for stadiums, there might be a benefit down the road if this passes. So,
amen to that one. So, Matt, let's go to one of your, he's definitely one of our favorite power forwards to ever walk the face of the planet. One of my most memorable sayings that he got interviewed is anything's possible. I want my mom. Real quick, for 50 points, can anybody name who that was that said that? Matt, no, you can't answer the question, Matt, because you know who it is. But let's go to you, Ralph. Who do you think said that? Anything's possible. I want my mom. Who said that?
You said it's a point guard, right?
No. He's a power forward.
Power forward. Oh gosh, I wouldn't even know where to start. I really don't. I'm sorry.
Matt, let everybody know who said that.
That was the one and only Kevin Garnett when they won his first championship ring with the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
I don't remember the "Where's my mom" part though.
Yeah, he said I want my mom at the very end. He said I want my mom because he was so excited. He finally got over that hurdle. Well, reason why we're talking about this, I want to say congratulations, Pensman. Please give the round of applause real quick. The sound effect of the applause.
All righty.
And the reason why we're doing that, Kevin Garnett, his number 21 jersey, Matt, is being retired. Timberwolves. And I want you guys to think about this for a second. Remember, Matt, at one time, Kevin Garnett was the highest paid player ever in the history of the NBA. Remember, he had that 10-year, $262 million contract.
No, I think prior to that, though, he had signed the $120 million one. Was the first player to go over $100 million or something.
Yeah, he played for Minnesota or something.
Yeah,
for a little bit. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I thought so.
Well, his number is being retired by the new owners. Real quick, by the way, Pensman, can you, for 50 points, let everybody know who one of the owners is? He played for your team.
No.
Matt, do you know who?
Would that be the Derek Jeter?
Nope, Alex Rodriguez.
I'm sorry, A-Rod.
A-Rod owns part of the team. Yep.
You don't know that, Pensman. Come on, New York Yankees.
6'7".
Oh God.
Don't.
I guess once you get away from the Yankees, it's forget it.
Yeah. So let's start with Matt, because Matt is our basketball expert. Really, definitely. Matt, give us one of your favorite memories that you had of Kevin Garnett, and then also, if you are the commissioner of basketball right now, does Kevin Garnett get your vote to automatically go into the Hall of Fame right now?
Excuse me. Absolutely. As far as the Hall of Fame goes, absolutely. Kevin Garnett came in as one of the, even though he came in straight from high school, 5th pick in the draft, he came in as a small forward. That lasted maybe about half a season. As people forget, Tom Gugliotta was the starting power forward.
Googs.
But they quickly transitioned Kevin Garnett to the power forward as he was just quicker, faster, longer than all the other power forwards. This is back when power forwards played with their back to the basket. He was one of those guys that came in and faced up and could take you off the dribble as a big man. Had a sweet mid-range shot, stroking mid-range shot. Kevin Garnett was the man. He was the man. Stayed in
most beautiful mid plane shots too ever.
Yeah, stayed in Minnesota a little bit too long. People forget he had that great year with Latrell Sprewell and Sam Cassell, where they went to the Western Conference Finals. And they got
well
beat
said, Matt,
by the Lakers. Troy Hudson was the backup point guard as well. I think he had a 50-point game at some point. But anyway, that's besides the point. Man, Kevin Garnett Kevin Garnett, one of the
Matt
greatest.
knows his basketball.
Kevin Garnett, one of the greatest players ever to come into the league, man. One of the greatest players to play, especially one of the greatest players ever from high school, to come straight into the league. You got to give him his props, man. He rolled it out with his team. Although Stephon Marbury kind of messed up what they had going, as people forget, Marbury was taken in the '96 draft, 4th overall, to Minnesota. Only lasted about a couple of years before he decided he wanted to go back home, and ended up getting traded to the New Jersey Nets. But Garnett stayed. He went through the rigors. First round out the playoffs. It came time for him to sign a contract. He could have left. Could have not signed it. Signed that crazy $120 million extension. First time we've seen something like that. And stayed there 4 more years. Then ended up getting traded to Boston, where he won that championship ring his first year. They would have won it again that second year, but a guy by the name of Kobe Bryan has something to say about that. So, hey, man, much respect to Kevin Garnett. Again, I know everybody saw that viral USA video, man, where he's going one-on-one full court with everybody on the USA Dream Team. Mm-hmm. He's just schooling them all. Vince Carter in his prime, Jason Kidd this way, Rasheed Wallace this way, somebody else, Tim Duncan this way. He's just taking them scoring.
But he can absolutely back up his talk.
So, yeah. And people, and a lot of the younger generation, they know Kevin Garnett now as the guy that was talking loud and talking to himself on the court. But that was way later in his career, man, when the athleticism had left him and he was just kind of there for, as a reinforcement. But kudos to Kevin Garnett, man, one of the greatest to ever play.
Absolutely. We're so excited for you. All right, before we go to our guest that just popped in, there is going to be a brand new Division I FCS football program starting up in 2027. Yes, and it's another northern school, Chicago State University. Go Cougars. But here's the cool thing. They've already said they, in fact, are going to make the move to the FBS in 2025. The conference they are looking to and most likely is going to accept them, Matt, is the MAC.
Hey, Brandon, let me ask you this question. You think the MAC and the AAC might merge sometime?
No, I think the MAC and Conference USA will. That'll be the first.
Okay. All right. I wanted to ask you that question because I know, the MAC conference is where it's at, AAC, and, Conference USA.
So the crazy,
sooner or later, you're going to see a big merger.
No team in the MAC, it is actually written in the College Football Playoff Handbook, no team from the MAC, unless they win, they go 12-0 2 years in a row, do they get a chance to go into the college football playoffs? They can't go into it. It's impossible. It's absolutely ridiculous that they don't even get a breath of fresh air into it. It sucks. But really excited for Chicago State. And we do see, like I said, we saw other programs come up left and right. And we're going to see a lot more to come. As you guys remember, we had Whittier College come on, and remember the head coach Corey White did say by the year 2040 they do plan on being in the FBS. They are a Division III program. Took a 12-year hiatus and down in Southern California, and they too are going to make the move. So congratulations to Chicago State, the Cougars. We are definitely working also on trying to get the head coach. I'm pretty close. I think it'll be mid-January he comes on, but we're really excited about that one. All right, so then this next
another reason why Chicago needs a stadium, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yep.
So this guest that I'm about to bring on, this gentleman is our soccer expert. He is actually a new contributor for our team starting in 2026. He will be covering for soccer and the World Cup. Remember, he gave a lot of in-depth knowledge for the MLS Cup, everything. But he is coming on real quick. John, brother, how you doing, man?
I'm good, Brandon. Thanks for having me on again, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You've had an interesting year by far. You got the privilege of welcoming in your second daughter.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody how things have been going for you, and then what was your favorite moment a part of the Sportz Nutz in 2025?
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, we welcomed our second daughter into the world in September, and it's been great, chaotic, but amazing. And we're just, getting used to the routine of having two instead of one. We have a toddler, now a newborn. So, chaos reigns in this house, but we love it. And so, yeah, I would have to say, you've given me so many opportunities and ways to grow and help my own show progress in ways. I would have to say one of my favorites was getting to interview or talk with Abe Gordon. That one time you had me on.
Yes.
That was fantastic. I loved that. And just getting to have some friends and some connections is, you all have been really gracious about having me on and letting me pour your ears in with soccer, even though it is banal to some. But, I get to chat about footy. That's what matters. So, very grateful for that.
All right, so the World Cup start. We know we had the Club World Cup this year, but World Cup is going to start. You are going to be coming on and talking to us about the World Cup in 2026. Also,
absolutely.
We're going to see a lot more with MLS. We saw a perennial figure finally get to hoist the MLS Cup this year. Can you let everybody know who that was?
Mr. Lionel Messi himself, the GOAT, you cannot call him otherwise, of soccer. He has lifted the MLS Cup trophy with Inter Miami after getting all his pals back together from Barcelona. They're all in Miami now. They beat Vancouver in a pretty decent game until they started to pull away in the second half. Yeah, just well-deserved. They were a team that just steamrolled and finally got their opportunity and finally took it.
Absolutely.
Right after that, didn't Suarez resign?
Yes, he did. Yep. It's gonna be that's huge for them, honestly.
This is we've already mentioned this, but 2026 is going to be an absolute epic year for the Sportz Nutz and the whole family of the network. Ralph is also a member of the network, but tell everybody a little bit about how long the World Cup will last so people can get an understanding, because we are going to have you on to talk more about the World Cup and also MLS, but can you let everybody know how long the World Cup takes place, so that everybody, and when it begins, so people can kind of get an understanding of when they're going to see the soccer expert and you, sir.
Well, imagine it starts on June 11th. So imagine 2 glorious months of international soccer on the world stage here in North America, because Canada, U.S., and Mexico are all hosting it this year. So it's not just one nation as it usually is. It's a whole continent. And we are going to be seeing the group stages starting on June 11th. We're going to be seeing it all over the place. We're going to have Atlanta, Philadelphia, New York, Kansas City, all sorts of cities that are going to be hosting huge games, huge matches. We're going to be seeing debutant nations come in, like Cape Verde for the first time. You're going to see Uzbekistan come in for the first time, the smallest nation ever to qualify for the World Cup. And Curacao is going to be there as well. And Haiti as well is going to be there. Some great stories are in store for this World Cup. You're going to see some nations that, we haven't seen in a long time. It's like Scotland, who had an absolute belter of a qualifier way to get into the. And guess what? We're not even don't even have our full roster of World Cup teams yet. We still have playoffs to go in March. So, I'm pumped about that. But yeah, I'll be coming on in June, probably July. I'm sure you'll want me to come on and talk about the World Cup playoffs, finish up or whatever. MLS, of course, is getting its schedule changed to a summer to spring schedule. So it's going to have a huge change coming up in next year, couple of years, and to align itself with the other soccer confederations around the world. So it's going to be quite a busy year for soccer fans. If you want to get into soccer, this is the year to do it, because it's going to be right in your backyard.
Absolutely. We're really excited about it, man. John, I'm beyond happy that you are stepping in and helping us, because, we do have quite a people who actually enjoy learning about soccer. Real quick, can you let everybody know where they can find you and when the newest episodes might return for the Pitch Grid?
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm always glad to help come on and talk soccer. Like I said, footy is awesome to talk about. I'll talk your ear off. And if you want to hear more of me talking your ear off about soccer, NFL, you can find me at the Pitch Grid podcast on YouTube, on Spotify, on Apple. I am hoping, fingers crossed, to have the start back up this the insane routine of podcasting and after New Year's. So we're hoping to maybe the second week of January or so, you might hear a new episode. We'll probably talk playoffs and EFL and World Cup and MLS, all that good stuff. So if you want to hear all that, hear me talking your ear off, stay tuned. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely, man. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. We can't wait. John, man, if I don't get to talk to you again, which I know I will, but if I don't talk to you before Thursday, man, Merry Christmas to you, brother. I appreciate you, man, and I'm looking forward to all that we're going to take off with in 2026, man. Please give Amelia and the girls our best, and we'll talk to you soon. Sound good, sir?
Merry Christmas. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
And, World Cup soccer is moving further up. It's really popular now, and it's moving along, and then it's going to be in the United States real soon here. So it's really popular out there, and it's moving along. So,
yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everyone. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy your whatever you do. Happy holidays. God bless y'all. Have a good night.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, John. Take care.
I'll see you soon.
Oops, guys, how cool is that to talk? So we have one more guest right now. This gentleman, him and his team have actually been a part of our show a couple times. This gentleman is actually going to be meeting us up at the NFL draft. Yes, the Sportz Nutz will be up in Pittsburgh this year to watch the NFL draft. He is a solid member of this great show called Inside the Locker Room. He actually got to interview a University of Hawaii alumni. Actually, I think it was a couple days ago. Actually, Ben, what's up, brother?
What's going on, guys? Good to be back.
Yeah, man. So happy to have you. Just want to let you know also, my guy right here, Pensman, he ain't too far from you. He lives in Pittsburgh. I know you in Jersey, but my guy Ralph, he is also, and he's in Berlin, Maryland, just outside of Ocean City, man. So
Nice.
More northerners up there. But Ben, man, real quick, what are you most excited about for the sporting world starting in 2026? I know you guys are you guys have already committed to doing more recordings, live broadcasts, that kind of stuff. But what are you looking forward to most in the sporting world starting in 2026?
So, not only do we have the draft season coming up, of course, you can see, the lovely decorations that I grabbed from last year heading to Lambeau. I kind of had to, take something home with me. But not only is the draft season coming up, we got more basketball, of course. We're definitely going to get more involved with the NBA. But just in general for 2026, I think just, continuing the consistency and just, the content that my team has been putting out, I'm just excited for that. And of course, we got the Super Bowl coming up. I think this year is really anybody's year. So I think that's what makes it really exciting as well. But tons of to look forward to in 2026 for sure.
Absolutely, man. And Matt and I have had this conversation so many times, and we're still pulling our hair out. As you can see, I'm pretty much almost as bald as this one right here, Shane. But Matt's getting pretty close there too.
The only difference is I don't let mine grow out.
Yeah. And Matt's kind of starting to pull his hair out too, because we have this so great coach that coaches the Atlanta Falcons in Raheem Morris, who I can tell you now, my dog Stella could coach better than him. That's just how bad of a coach he is. But what your team is obviously the Jets, and there's been a lot of there's been a lot of
my deepest condolences.
You see, you've had a lot of there's been a lot of rumblings that this will be, and Ralph has even heard this too. Aaron Glenn might be gone by the end of this year. What do you think about that possibility of, oh gosh, we have to go through this whole coaching search again? Oh gosh, we have to get a new coaching staff. And here we are. Who's going to be our quarterback? Is it going to be Joe Blow, or is it going to be, Hoop-de-Hoo, whoever? Like what is it? What is going to take? What is it going to be like for you guys if you have to go through this coaching carousel all over again?
So I think what the first thing I mentioned, this reminds me of what I mentioned on my own show as well. This Jets coaching staff still hasn't proven yet that they can, coach. We saw that they fired the defensive coordinator, Steve Wilkes. The Jets defense did not look, better at all, letting up almost 30 points a game. So, it started with that, but you're asking me if they're going to let Aaron Glenn go after his first year. I think his job is safe. I don't think Woody Johnson would, admit his own, not mistake per se to, the public. That's what they're saying right now. Aaron Glenn's first year, you look at the other three head coaches as well that are new. Look at the Patriots. Look at every other team. They've been able to figure it out, but the Jets. So I think going into next season, this coaching staff just needs to prove that they can, develop players, but they still haven't done that yet. And in my opinion, that's also why they placed Justin Fields on IR. And they also waited, honestly, a couple weeks later to break the news, because I think they also didn't want to, admit that they were, I guess maybe that he was injured. But the fact is that they still haven't proven yet that they can develop players. And that's what they're trying to do with Brady Cook right now. And it's still not working. So I think his job is safe, but for next year, it's prove it or move it.
And let me ask you this question real quick here. Sorry to interrupt. Let me ask you this. Do you think Steve Wilkes and Aaron Glenn might have had a little bit of a problem? I mean, you got two defensive minds there that really are really good coaches in defense. Do you think there might have been maybe some conflict or controversy over what they wanted to do with the defense moving along with the Jets? Because Steve Wilkes is a good coach. I mean, I don't get that. You know?
I mean, he did have his history with the 49ers, of course, but I think, I know, and you're saying that also because the Jets have a history of going for coaches that are defensive minded, of course, and it just not working out. But I don't think it was a case of, two defensive minded head coaches and just not working. I was also at, Jets practice almost all summer. And honestly, I liked what I saw from Steve Wilkes, from what, he was hyping up what the defense was, what the drills were, what the walkthroughs was. I liked what I saw from summer. But obviously, as we all know, that summer and everything gets changed once the regular season, once those pads go on, it's a whole different ball game.
Oh yes, yeah.
I just think I think the biggest thing was that there was just too many first time kind of coaches kind of thing. And me going into this year, I knew that not a lot was going to really come out of this because it was a lot of people's first time. But I think that's what a lot of people fail to realize and fail to remind themselves, is that this almost the entire staff was first time at this, first time at that. So I think they need to get some more veteran presence in this coaching staff. And a biggest thing for me too, a quarterback coach.
Yes. Yeah,
quarterback
absolutely.
coaches matter so much. And the Jets, we do not have a quarterback coach. So figure that out first, and then we could talk.
So before I let
maybe the first and the second word.
That's true, yeah. So now, Ben, before I let you go, real quick, let everybody know where they can find you guys, and also if you could wish everybody happy holidays.
Yeah, no, man, of course. So you guys can find me at Inside the Locker Room, of course, on Instagram, but my page, you can see right there below, at NFL Playmakers with a Z instead of an S. We have YouTube and Instagram, of course. I'm a little active on Twitter, but yeah, guys, Christmas is already here. Whatever you guys celebrate, happy Hanukkah, whatever you guys got going on. Hope you guys stay safe, and yeah.
Ben, man, I appreciate you, brother, as always, coming on. We're gonna talk again. Like I said, we're gonna have you. We have some things lined up with you and Adam and Deuce and all that for 2026. But man, if I don't talk to you before Friday, I want you to have a Merry Christmas. Please give our best to your family and to your friends, and we'll talk soon. Sound good, brother?
Appreciate you guys again. I'll catch you guys.
All right, take care. All right, guys. So let's go on to our favorite Christmas stories real quick. Matt, let's go to you. I make it real quick because I want you guys to also talk about the honorable mentions. But Matt, give us one of your favorite holiday or favorite Christmas memory, holiday memories, whatever that you had growing up.
One thing let's do this. Let's rewind to one of the coldest Christmas games ever. Lakers versus the Heat. This is like Christmas Day 2004. This is Shaq's first game back in LA after him and Kobe Bryant's breakup. The Lakers chose Kobe Bryant and they shipped Shaq to Miami, and that Lakers dynasty was officially over. And the NBA put it on Christmas that next year. And they built up to it. It was the build up to it, man. And then when they got into the building and the game was starting, you could tell the building was just tense. Like half the crowd was cheering, half was booing. Because hey, man, that big dude with the Miami Heat put banners up in your rafters. So and Miami ended up winning the game 104-102. I don't think Shaq had a huge night. It was more so Dwayne Wade that stole the show. And Andrew Bynum had a little dunk on Shaq, man, that had everybody going crazy. But it was known as the game, that Christmas game, that had all the questions in the beginning, like who was right, Kobe or Shaq. But after that game was over with, no question was answered. Because Shaq won the championship later that year, and then Kobe won 2 more after that. So, hey, man, that Lakers and Miami Heat Christmas game, man, that's what I remember. That's one of the best sporting events that I remember for me.
Let's go to you, Shane. Give us your favorite Christmas memory. Can be sports, can be family, whatever. But we want to hear your favorite. Go, man. You got to unmute your mic.
Man, I can tell you, I really can't pick out certain games and stuff like that during Christmas, just because it's always been so busy with family around here. We are a large family, and we like to show our love and get together and have a good time. So, just the fact of getting everybody together around the holidays and, seeing family and people that you haven't seen in a long time, that kind of just, brings the holiday spirit around. I do want to mention, nothing screams holiday spirit like a 2 o'clock Monday game during your work day with a 31 yard missed field goal into a construction site. uh, uh, but man, it's bowl season. I always, love the college football aspect of everything and seeing everybody, get together around the holidays and watch sports and be able to talk about it and enjoy each other's company. That's kind of one of the biggest things that, just kind of sticks out in my mind in general.
I love it. Pensman, give us your favorite holiday memory real quick.
Like Matt said, it's the Kobe Shaq against the Miami Heat back in 2004. That was awesome. I loved it because everybody loved Lakers. Then he goes back to Miami, and then they play each other. It was awesome. So, like Matt said, it was a great game, great atmosphere, like the cheer and the booing. So that's mine as well.
Bryan, give us your favorite holiday memory, sir.
My holiday is being around with family. Always, when I was a little, I used to have fun with my little cousins and everything. So that was just kind of like memories, and then watching college sports, football, basketball, and that's just kind of a little things that I remember as growing up. You wake up on that early morning and you're running to see the Christmas presents. It's about as fast as you can go.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
You have 2, I have 4.
Yeah.
Matt has 1. You see them kids run. It's
like a little kid growing up. You want to be back a little kid again when it's like morning. You just like, no, I want to sleep in, but no, it's there. Got to bring out the don't forget about the cookies this week too. You got to get out the cookies tomorrow.
That's right.
So,
all right, Ralph, give us your quick.
I actually have 2, Brandon.
Go ahead.
In 2000, I got to spend my very first Christmas with my father. I didn't know my father until 1996. And in 2000, he came to my new house in Pittsburgh and with my first wife, and we had a big family Christmas. And that was real touching right there. And now I'm here in near Ocean City, Maryland, and this is my very first Christmas away from Pittsburgh. So that's the stories that I have to tell in regards to Christmas.
Absolutely. And Christmas time it's one of the best times. Mine, as I always told everybody, is to hear my grandpa, no matter what time it was. I mean, if we woke up at 3:30, Papa would call. Woke up at 6, 8, 10 o'clock even, he was calling. I miss my grandpa. I have him tattooed on me. One of the most amazing people, but also one of my favorite current memories is just getting to see my kids experience Christmas. My youngest, Aspen, she is the love of my life. She is the apple of my eye, and this time she actually can understand. A little emotional, but she can now understand what Christmas is. And before we go to the honorable mentions, I got to tell a story. The other day, Aspen did something. It was absolutely the sweetest thing. So I suffer from, unfortunately, have pain forever. I'll have it forever. But my knee was in excruciating pain because I have to have knee replacement. And Aspen came over and she patted. And it was like, "It's okay, Daddy, I'm here." And she looked at Mommy and she said, "Daddy's okay, it just hurts." So my pill bottle for my pain pills was on the ottoman, and she gave me the bottle of medicine. And it's like, "It's okay, Daddy, I'm right here." And oh my God, it was just absolutely the sweetest thing. And then she tapped me to give her a hug, and she gave me the biggest hug ever. And absolutely melts my heart. Aspen is such a sweet girl. Shane has had the privilege, Bryan, Matt, obviously, and Mike has also met my daughter. And every time we call, he calls her stink face because she gives him the stink face. And absolutely, that was the most amazing thing. So shout out to my daughters. All right, now we come to one of the favorite parts is the honorable mention. We just give you some honorable mentions that not necessarily all the mainstream media has covered. So my first one is I'm going to give a shout out to everybody who has if they have a sports show, great, but who has been a part of this show and the amount of growth and success that we have had. It makes me more excited for what's going to transpire in 2026. And we are now award-winning sports talk show, and we ain't done yet. So just you be ready, because these 6 you see here, because Ralph is a part of the Sportz Nutz network, you about to see some amazing growth transpire. Some of the fastest growth you will ever see is going to take place in 2026. And I want to say thank you to
those of you who don't know. Yesterday, I was at my wound care appointment at Atlantic General Hospital down here. And a gentleman came up to me, recognized my voice, and he said, "My son watches your programs on YouTube." And he watches the Sportz Nutz, and he saw you on their network, and now he watches your programs. So, Brandon, because of myself being on your network, I now have a following that's now following your stuff down here in Ocean City, and it's really nice.
That's awesome. That's where it means the most.
Exactly.
And shout out to that wonderful family in Maryland. If you're listening now, Merry Christmas to you guys as well. All right, Matt, let's give you the ball. Give us your first honorable mention.
My first honorable mention, man, I'm gonna have to go with Caleb Williams, man, for that game he had against the Packers. A lot on the line, number 1 in the divisions on the line. He won 24 for 38, 312 yards, 2 passing TDs, and hit that game-winning touchdown in overtime to DJ Moore, which that touchdown took me out of my fantasy league, man, because I lost.
That's what you get. Chosen one.
So yeah, man, huge comeback performance, man.
Wait. Williams. I got something I got to show you, Matt. You ready?
Yeah, what's up?
Model citizen, my backside.
I bet. So yeah, that's my first honorable mention.
All right, Pensman, give us your first honorable mention, sir.
My honorable mention is number 87, the Penguins captain. He has overcome and achieved the most points in franchise history for the Pittsburgh Penguins, passing Mario Lemieux at 1,025 now, because he got assist and they lost as usual, but it is what it is. But I'm happy that Sidney Crosby passed Mario Lemieux when Mario Lemieux was in attendance, so it was good to see that. So that's my first one.
I love it. Hey, real quick, I want to give a shout out to our newest follower. His name is Jeremy Nix. Bryan knows the story behind this gentleman joining, becoming a follower of us, and we want to say welcome. Thank you for supporting the best sports show there ever will be. So, Bryan, give us your first honorable mention, sir.
My honorable mention is going to be Phillip Rivers from last night.
Oh, you just stole mine.
He balled out.
I'm sorry, but man, last night you could tell that he knew the playbook.
All night, man.
I mean, with him recognize the defense of the 49ers, I mean, I was like, oh my goodness, he's going to make a playbook of his own thing, though. So, it's one of those deals where it's just funny how he just call everything and pointing to everybody, and everybody was like, oh my goodness, he actually can call. And he can't throw it down the field, but he still got a good passing, and he's still loved on the football field. So in about 5 years, I think he can make it to the Hall of Fame again. Or even sooner,
That'll be minimum 5 years, because when it's 5 years from the time he officially retires again. Mike and I actually had this conversation last night. We said, could he realistically go to one more team? And I think the reason why he came back also is because when you work out of football, you tend to lose a lot of weight and get very physically fit. And you can definitely see the difference between game 1 and last night's game, when you see he has slimmed down a little bit. So shout out definitely to Phillip Rivers. All right, Ralph, I know you just said he stole your first, but what is your honorable mention, sir?
Well, I want the Pittsburgh Riverhounds won the USL championship. It's their very first championship. They've been in existence since 1999. They brought soccer back to Pittsburgh. They brought it to the forefront, and They did it with an interim coach because Bob Lilly was put on administrative leave, and they did it with an interim coach. And this guy has been signed as the new head coach of the Pittsburgh Riverhounds USL Championship. At least somebody in Pittsburgh in a professional way won a championship. And I want to send that out to the Riverhounds. And Aaron Rodgers, thank you for coming to Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers, because you saved the Steelers season this year. Because if it wasn't for you and being the captain of the offensive ship, half the games that we did win this year, I don't think we would have won at all. Because you've pulled a rabbit out of the hat and won some games that we probably should have lost or would have lost if we had anybody else at quarterback. So I got to say thank you to both of them, the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, for winning the USL Championship, and also for Aaron Rodgers coming to Pittsburgh. And Aaron Rodgers has changed his attitude. He's more of a team guy now in Pittsburgh than he was elsewhere. And, so it seems like he's, as I always say, a change of atmosphere can do somebody some good. So there you go.
Absolutely. And I do like to say I enjoyed his trash talk that he did he said, what, you're slower than a 42-year-old or whatever. That was awesome. I loved it. All right. So my next honorable mention, shout out to the NAIAs. And this is crazy. Okay. I see you, Shane. Is Montana Tech for doing something they've never done before. They beat their in-state rival Montana in basketball. This Montana Tech, by the way, all this is their third ever in their entire existence of an upset, either over a Division III, a D2, or a Division I program. But this is the first ever time they've upset a Division I program, and it was their in-state rival, Montana. So proud of what Montana Tech did, and definitely going to strive to get them on our show. All right, since he had a little bit of technical difficulties, Shane, give us your honorable mention, sir.
Oh, well, you gotta love technology. That's one.
Yeah.
But to go along your same lines there, Brandon, I want to give a shout out. I don't know if y'all did it before, but Purdue, Fort Wayne, for beating Notre Dame this past week.
Oh, yes.
They came out and they beat them, I believe, at Notre Dame in South Bend. So it was a good showing. Like you said, man, it's you get some of these Cinderella matchups here close to the holidays and all right before you get into conference games. And some of these smaller schools got a lot to prove, and they do it some more so often than not. But this is it's a good showing from a small school, especially in-state kind of rival. I guess you would kind of look at it with them being kind of close in geography. But shout out goes to Purdue Fort Wayne for beating Notre Dame this past week.
Matt, were you just voguing on the camera?
I was talking to my daughter on FaceTime.
You're a Vogue.
Yes,
Matt, give us your next honorable mention, sir.
Don't ever disrespect the life of a girl dad.
I'm a girl dad times 4. I get more than you, buddy.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do to keep her happy. That means I got to vogue and sip some invisible tea. Then I'm voguing and sipping some invisible tea, man. So yeah, man.
Pinky out.
The next honorable mention I got to give it to Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguars, man. They beat the number 1 seed Broncos, man. They snapped the Denver's big winning streak. Trevor Lawrence threw for 3 touchdowns, 279 yards. Had a rushing touchdown as well. And Jaguars show a lot of heart. A little preface thing before the game, Sean Payton was like, the Jaguars, that little team over there is doing good for a small market team. And after the Jaguars won, Jaguar coach was like, how's that for a small market team? So, hey, man, a little banter. You know how it is. Sean Payton gets into it with everybody. Brandon, we dealt with him for 16 years when he was over here. So
let me ask you this then, Matt. Is Trevor Lawrence your your MVP?
No.
Who's your MVP this year then?
MVP is still, bro, you have to give it to Matt Stafford. You have to give it to Matt Stafford, leading the league in passing yards. I think the passing touchdowns too, if I'm not mistaken. And their team, they might finish number 1 in the NFC. We'll see what happens. But I got to give it to Matt Stafford this year, man. They've been playing the most consistent football as far as all the teams out there. So got to give it to him.
All right, Pensman, give us your last honorable mention, sir.
My honorable mention is the Pittsburgh Steelers. If they had a crappy year, they fought, they clawed, they looked they were going to lose. They had their first losing season, but they somehow, don't know how, but they clawed back and they had their winning season. They met their standard at 9-8. So gotta get
beating up fans. Beating up fans in the stadium. That's what we're doing.
Mike Tomlin with his 19th winning season. So let's go, and then we'll go to the draft and we'll start all over next year.
Didn't DK get suspended 2 games?
Yep, 2 games.
Yes, he did 2 games. Yes, and a hefty fine.
And I have breaking news that just broke 2 minutes ago that the Pittsburgh Steelers and DK are moving on from next year.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Yeah,
wow, that's big.
Yeah, because of what happened with this just broke 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Well, I know his contract was voided. I mean, they had a chance.
He voided out $45 million in bonuses. Yeah,
they reaffirmed it.
So okay. So now this is serious. It was serious before, but now this is serious. What happened again? Why did he do that to the fan?
So someone said some derogatory comments, and the video is out there. They do say something you can't necessarily hear, but he was trying to say he was making fun of DK's actual government name.
Kalen, yes.
But if you listen, he does use the terminology that DK did say. But it's still inexcusable for him to punch a fan.
Did he punch him or did he grab?
He grabbed him and he swung at him and he hit him. He actually hit him. Yeah.
He punched him in the face.
Yeah, it was really, really stupid what he did. Not the smartest decision. So
it was too cold for DK up there. He couldn't wear his muscle cut off shirts up there in Pittsburgh anyway. It was too cold for him. So
all right, Shane, give us your final honorable mention, sir.
Final honorable mention is going to go out to a man that wears number 9 for the Carolina Panthers, Mr. Bryce Young, and showing some resilience in another comeback win kind of deal. I believe I saw.
Let's just be honest. He didn't get the win back. The comeback came from the defense. And Baker Mayfield throwing a bad pass.
They still scored points, right? He had to score more than they did, right? So again, since 2024 when he was benched, he is now thrown for 5,208 yards, 41 touchdowns, I believe, 15 picks, and has led 10 game-winning fourth quarter or overtime drives during that same time frame. During his career, he has 14 wins, but 12 of those come from game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime, which is more than Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen have in that same time frame. Not the wins, just the comeback drives. So, man, you can really see that he's turning a corner, and this Panthers team, they show a lot of resiliency, and like I told you, don't count them out.
All right, Brian Pettit.
My last is Brooks Captain. Yeah,
Brooks Koepka.
Yeah, he's leaving the Live Tour to be spending more time with his family. So that.
Did you hear what also happened to his wife?
No, I did not.
She had a miscarriage at 16 weeks, which constitutes virtually a stillborn. So,
oh wow,
yeah. So they have a 2-year-old son, but unfortunately, their daughter, or the daughter or son, whatever it was, passed away. So that's why he's taking time away. And I say, good on him for doing that.
Yeah, and also I want to say hello to Thomas, one of my good friends, back in McCormick County, so South Carolina. So that's down below.
Yep, know McCormick very well. He used to deliver to them.
Yep.
All right. So my last honorable mention,
Brandon, I sent you the article on.
Yep, I saw it.
Okay, wasn't sure if you want to back me up or not on that.
It is a $45 million contract void, bonuses for DK Metcalf. So.
Okay, I'm checking with some of my sources, and I have some pretty good ones down in the Steeler office. They have not got back to me yet. So, and I checked their website, and there's nothing listed. So we might want to hold back on that for a minute. and my sources are really good. So, you know.
Absolutely. It's like measure twice, cut once.
I'll send it to you, Ralph. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, because you gotta be careful with that stuff. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I got in trouble because Lynn Swan died. You know.
Yeah. No, this is a legit one, so I'll send it to you.
All right, yeah, because I just reached out to Ray Pensman. You know who I mean, Ray Fittipaldi.
Yeah,
and he's one of my better sources.
Go ahead.
All right, so here's my final one because we're close on time. Shout out to Presbyterian College, the entire football coaching staff. As you know, they did tremendous. They finished 10-2. They did miss the playoffs in the FCS, but they are moving to Carrollton, Georgia, to take over the reins at the University of West Georgia, the Wolves. We are definitely very proud of Coach Bice and the entire coaching staff at Presbyterian. They're going to do amazing things at University of West Georgia, and it is confirmed Coach Bice and the head coach Inglewood is also going to come on our show in 2026. So we're really excited about that one. Matt, give us your final. You're the last one. You give us the final one, sir.
Yes, man. Give my honorable mention is going to go out to everybody that's affiliated with the Sportz Nutz, man. Again, guys, couldn't do it without each other. Thank you all you guys for showing up, and no shame, we're not ready for that yet. But thanks to you guys, man.
Right. Hey, sorry to bother you. I just heard a rumor. Is it true? And
I do. Sorry there.
Yeah, you good. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to all you guys, man. And for us holding each other accountable for things, and for us, getting to that level that we need to get to. I think we've improved a lot. So, but I think also we need to understand that it's a process. It's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. So let's just.
Rome was not built in a day, folks.
Exactly. So let's just grind it together. Be patient. And all that stuff will come. Wasn't the Pat McAfee show on for like 10 years before they even got signed or something like that?
Yes, he's been on for a long time.
Yeah, man. So I mean, I'm not saying we're Pat McAfee, but like that. But but once we do get our little studio set and we're all, if we're all in the studio, then we'll see what happens. That's about maybe 4 or 5 seasons down the road. Let's see. but yeah, man. Once we do all that, and then we can talk. But for right now,
and Matt,
right now,
hey Matt, just letting you know, Matt, just letting you know, next season, when me and Ralph and Pensman do the college picks next year, I might be outside doing some stuff outside. So the broadcast will be outside instead of inside next year.
He's trying to do a little ESPN game day for his version.
Yeah, I want to do an ESPN game day.
Hey man, you got to do what you got to do, man. Whatever you feel is fun. But man.
By the way, I got my game day background tomorrow, so it's going to have a football field. So I'm going to have a background on it.
All right. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys.
Yeah. Guys, this has been an absolutely amazing episode. Great way to conclude 2025. We had some fantastic reminiscing guests. We had some great conversations, great stories, and we're only going to get better because we are adding a 3rd episode of the Sportz Nutz. Yes, we will make the announcement officially in the next couple of days, what day we are adding and what day we are changing. So there will be a 3rd episode, however, of the Sportz Nutz coming soon. Remember, this is the final episode of 2025. We are taking a 2-week break. You will still see my guy Pensman, my guy Bryan as well. They are going to be calling they will call Pittsburgh Steelers. They will call bowl games. They will call Pittsburgh Penguins games. Whatever. I promise you, they're there. You're going to have a lot of fun.
And the college football show will be on Saturday.
Yes, you will see Ralph on the network. You will see him regularly.
Sunday for post game for the Steelers, and then also I just got confirmation from one of my sources that that report from Tom Pelissino right now is erroneous. The Steelers have not parted ways with DK Metcalf, but the NFL is going to make a decision as to whether or not he will lose $45 million. Ooh. That's coming from the NFL. They're still waiting for a decision. Nothing has been said yet.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Ralph has come with you. So for everybody who tuned in, we greatly appreciate you. We hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas. Have a fantastic
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year
of 2025. We will see you coming soon, January 6th. Matt, give a real quick goodbye to everybody, sir.
Yes, guys, enjoy 2025. Enjoy your holidays. These holidays are going to be long, so don't end up in back of the whoops because you can't put the alcohol down, man. If you're gonna drink at home, guys. Don't drink out there in the streets and drive. Follow the rules. Don't get flagged in the game of life.
Yep.
Follow the rules.
Pensman, give a real quick goodbye, sir.
It's been great. I appreciate everybody. Have a good holiday. Stay safe. Don't just drink something. If you're gonna drink smart. Be responsible. And I will see you on my next show.
Pettit, give your goodbye, sir. Real quick.
I'm gonna say, be kind, be safe, and love each other.
Shane, give your final goodbye, real quick.
Oh yeah, as always, love everybody. May the good Lord bless you. Merry Christmas. Peace, love, and bacon grease.
Yes, and peace, love, and bacon grease. As I always tell you guys, peace up, A-Town down in White. It's the greatest sports. Otherwise, you guys have a wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful New Year's. We'll see you on Tuesday, January 6th. Good night.
Good night.